Here he is with no mask on, wheeling boxes of PPEs into a healthcare center and doing his best to lift them. What a hero. Just barely in the door. And since it was going so well, and also because he didn't realize he had a mic on, Magic Mike decided to keep it going. Listen in closely here.
Those are empty, sir. Ready to go.
Mike Pence pretending to carry empty boxes of PPEs into a hospital is the perfect metaphor for who he is and what he's doing. A big box of nothing, delivering another box of nothing.
Yeah, just one problem, Jimmy. It's all a lie. I guess Jimmy was feeling a little neglected with the mass revelations that the whole Russian collusion scandal he put his hopes in was nothing but one big manufactured hoax perpetrated by Obama officials, all of whom have been exposed as liars. So I guess Jimmy needed to fabricate his own hoax involving the Trump administration. But like his heroes in the deep state, Kimmel's attempt at fake news has been exposed as well. We're going to take a look at the latest fail coming from this odious left-wing late-night host and discover how it's all just blown up in his face. You're going to absolutely love it. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. Wonderful to be with you. As always, a super happy weekend to each and every one of you. A warm welcome especially to all of our new viewers. We post 2 videos a day analyzing current events, analyze some super awesome conservative trends so that you can live in the present in light of better things to come. That's right, this is your daily white pill of encouragement. So if you haven't already done so, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. It'll be an absolute privilege to have you as a regular part of this channel as we together celebrate the inevitable collapse of left-wing globalism and the unstoppable rise of a new conservative age. Now, before we get into the latest humiliation fail for Jimmy Kimmel, make sure to download your free gift, which we put together just for you. We're calling it our Fake News Antidote. It is indeed a compilation of about 20 sites that I go to each and every day for my news, and you can download it completely free at the link down below in the pinned comment section. I think you're really going to enjoy this. If you're looking for alternative news sources that celebrate the rise of a new conservative age all over the world and that cut through all the fake news, then these are the lists of your go-to sites that you will definitely enjoy. And yours, it's absolutely free by clicking on the link below. It is my gift to you. Enjoy it. All right, let's dive right in here. The ultra left-wing late-night host Jimmy Kimmel is eating crow today. The obnoxious purveyor of all things woke was caught red-handed lying to his dwindling number of fans when he concocted a doctored video of Vice President Mike Pence carrying boxes of PPE or personal protective equipment into a healthcare facility on Thursday. Now, it's something very similar to the way the mainstream Marxist media handled the Covington Catholic school kids that they claimed were mocking a Native American drummer. Do you remember that back at the March for Life in D.C. back in January of last year? The media showed a single clip of a much longer extended video that made it appear as if these students were mocking and being racially insensitive to this Native American drummer, when it turned out that the longer video clip showed it was actually the opposite. It was the Native American drummer along with these members of this black supremacist religious cult that were mocking and ridiculing and jeering these students. And since the smear campaign against them was exposed, one of those students, Nick Sandman, has become very, very rich after his attorney sued CNN and other fake news outlets. Well, we're seeing a comparable situation here. Kimmel and his staff decided, for whatever reason, to knowingly and intentionally mislead, frankly, to lie to their dwindling audience. You know, you have to wonder what Kimmel thinks about his audience if he's so willing to mislead them here, but I digress. Kimmel plays a clip of Mike Pence wheeling boxes of PPE into a health center. And Kimmel's all mocking him like, look, he's got no mask on, and look at him. He's doing his best to lift them. Oh, what a hero, Mike. You demand, Mike. Look, he doesn't even bring him inside. And that would, of course, that would obstruct the camera angles for the PR stunt. And we know it's a PR stunt because stupid Magic Mike didn't realize he had a mic on. Mike didn't realize he had a mic on. So that's how Kimmel sets it up. Who, by the way, Kimmel knows he has a mic on. Again, I think this is so ironic. He's accusing Mike Pence of a fabricated and fraudulent PR stunt gone wrong because he supposedly forgot he has a mic on. And yet, here we have Kimmel engaged in a blatantly fabricated and fraudulent PR stunt while knowing he has a mic on. Nevertheless, that's how Kimmel set up the next scene. Look at the big hero, Mike Pence, delivering PPEs to a health center. Look at him struggling over those boxes, sacrificing his own back in order to help others. But he forgot he had a mic on. And listen to what he said. So that's the setup. Check it out.
Those are empty, sir. Ready to go.
Mike Pence pretending to carry empty boxes of PPEs into a hospital is the perfect metaphor for who he is and what he's doing. A big box of nothing, delivering another box of nothing.
A perfect metaphor for who Mike Pence is and what he's doing. He's a big box of nothing. I wonder if Jimmy Kimmel actually knows what a metaphor is, because he obviously doesn't know what an ironic twist happens to be. Well, how's that? Well, shortly after this doctored clip started making its rounds through the ultra-left Twitterverse, made up of some of cultural Marxism's most rabid followers, BuzzFeed's deputy director David Mack called out the clip as being emphatically untrue. Now, just to keep all of this in perspective, BuzzFeed found itself at the heart of that whole Russian collusion farce by printing a story that claimed that Trump had instructed his lawyer at the time, Michael Cohen, to lie to Congress. And the Robert Mueller team, right, the special counsel investigating this hoax, actually had to come out and reprimand BuzzFeed for printing falsehoods. So I want you to keep this in mind, because even an outlet like BuzzFeed found Kimmel's stunt here to be over-the-top false. So David Mack of BuzzFeed tweeted out, "This isn't true. The clip cuts out at a selective point. When you watch the C-SPAN footage, 9-minute mark, Pence makes the crack about carrying the empty ones, and the guys say, absolutely, they're a lot easier. Pence laughs, then immediately shuts the van door. And then he links to the full video highlighting the 9-minute mark. Take a look.
Those are empty, sir. Ready to go. They're a lot easier.
Now again, I have to ask, what must Kimmel think of what remains of his audience to knowingly and deliberately push this kind of fake news on them? What does he think of his fellow leftist liberals? I mean, I obviously can't answer that question for him, but I am inclined to surmise that he thought he could possibly increase his audience if more leftists saw him as a dedicated member of the Great Awakening, right? Whose chief aim is to expose the evil lies of the Trump administration. But just think about what he ended up actually doing in reality. All Kimmel accomplished was exposing for all to see what? All he accomplished was exposing for all to see that he, Jimmy Kimmel, is a big box of nothing. This selectively edited video exposes Kimmel for being the demonstrable box of nothing. And that's precisely why he was forced to apologize to the vice president, if you could call it that. Kimmel tweeted out the other day, it would appear that @VP was joking about carrying empty boxes for a stage publicity stunt. A full video does reveal that he was carrying full boxes for a stage publicity stunt. My apologies. I know how dearly this administration values truth. But again, here Kimmel just reveals what a sad and pathetic parody he's become of the very thing he claims to despise. Did you catch it? Did Kimmel accused Vice President Pence of being empty. But then when caught in a blatant lie and falsehood, Kimmel issues an empty apology. Jimmy Kimmel turns out to be a parody of himself, of his own disgusts and derogations. It's Kimmel that has failed, utterly failed, at his own attempt at a cheap publicity stunt. It's Kimmel that actually demonstrated for all to see that he cared nothing for the truth. And it's Kimmel that in the end gave us nothing but a completely empty, worthless apology. And so the irony of ironies in all of this is that what Jimmy Kimmel actually hates and despises is not Mike Pence or Donald Trump. What Jimmy Kimmel actually hates and despises is himself. And I can frankly find no better definition of a leftist liberal than that. Now, before you go, you will definitely want to check out my latest video on the colossal fall of CNN's Chris Cuomo. It's going to absolutely make your day. So make sure to click on the link, and I will see you over there. God bless.